Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, Sean, Luke, and Steven, GTA 5!
Oh, green!
Oh, there he is. One for you as well.
What up, y'all?
And one for you.
Hello, Brussels.
Ah. Steven is on a mission, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna get their questions. I'm gonna do translation in between in French.
You haven't finished this mission yet. It could very well end up being A, trust me.
Oh, let's see how that goes. Well, vous avez tous joué, everybody's been playing GTA 5 already until the end? Who finished the game? Oh, see. They know stuff.
Right, everybody picked A, right?
Excellent. So I'm going to jump down. Donc je vais bouger un peu, passer par là, and everywhere. If you have a question, just raise your hand. See? Immediately, and there we go, 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 go.
En français or japonais?
Japanese. English. English. Yeah, boy, good job.
Hello, nice to see you today. My question
So good to see you.
Thank you, thank you. How do you like Brussels so far?
How do we find Brussels so far?
Yeah.
With a map.
I've been looking for the fries. I want some fucking fries.
Fries. The Fritz.
Yeah.
C'est très, très magnifique. Parce que je marche
C'est bien,
dans
c'est
la
bien.
ville,
Great Fritz.
c'est beautiful.
Well, you haven't found they haven't shown you where the better fries are, because of course you have lesser fries, but we have some excellent ones as well. So you have not had good fries so far.
I haven't had a bad fry yet.
The stew, the carbe, that's the...
Oh, the carbonate. Yeah.
Très delicious.
Yes, meat falling apart. Question, des questions. Anybody, come on.
Who doesn't like meat falling apart?
Who doesn't?
Everybody likes meat falling apart.
Falling like after a nuclear raid or something. There has to be a question. Not? Okay.
All right, we're done. We'll see you later. Bye. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Bye, see you later. Goodbye.
Oh, we've
I'll
got
fill
a-
it. No,
got a question in
there. Oh, there at the back. Excellent. Good eyes. Good eyes.
Take nobody's face.
No, he doesn't. Pressure's on.
Hello.
Hello.
A friend of mine wanted to be here, but he couldn't. Could you give him a shout out?
Yeah.
Erwin.
Hey, shout out friend of you. What?
His name is Erwin.
Henry?
Erwin.
Henry?
No, he did.
He getting a free shout out because he filming. Nah.
Yeah,
No.
look at him. Look at him. Look at that. You got. Who is that? That's like. Walter, not Walter. What the hell's that thing?
It's a
Yeah,
Walter
Walter
White.
White back there
Yeah.
with his camera going.
He's a
You're the
crook.
one who calls.
He's a
The
crook.
one who knocks.
Did you
All right.
did you learn anything from playing the character, like from the characters that you play? Sometimes you play a character and you go, oh, I never looked at life this way. I might take this. It enriches me in some way. Did you take anything away from the characters you had in GTA 5? Or were you like, no?
Yeah, I took a lot from it. How to be a gang member. So that's a good thing.
You find community. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really take anything from it. I got stuff taken from me, like my boat.
No,
But I got it back, so it's all good. Got my boat back.
friends.
My boat.
Did you find it, or you lost a sticker or something? Nah. No. Well, okay. That's an answer to an excellent question, if
Right
I
here
say
was
so
the question
myself.
over here.
But here's an even better question.
So recently there was the announcement and the second trailer for GTA 6. Do you have any advice for the actors, since well GTA 5 was massive and you guys are maybe the most recognizable trio in gaming, like period. So what advice would you have for the two actors that will now be the main characters in GTA 6?
Enjoy the ride. It's going to be a blast. Enjoy your 15 minutes and ride it as long as you possibly can, because it's a blast.
And contact me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you and show you everything.
Show you what you need to know.
Yeah.
They're in for the ride of their life. It's going to
Fucking
be
nailed it, boys.
Yeah, it's going to be
Nailed
awesome
it.
for those
Yeah.
guys.
Well,
It's going to what we've been through times 2 for those guys.
Well, he said, well, until now, they're the most recognizable trio, period, in games. But at one, maybe perhaps these two new people will like shove you off of that throne. Would that be okay for you?
It'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd be great. I hope so. I hope so. God
They
bless
gotta
them.
do
man.
some good pushing.
Yeah.
You're standing strong there. Feet firmly in the ground. Yes.
Hi, so my question for you was, have you three actually played GTA 5? And what were your impressions playing it as opposed to acting it?
Oh, I for sure played it. I think I finished it about 5 or 6 times, maybe 7, maybe 8. But just going back to watch the work that we did, you know, it was just amazing to just see it, you know, because I've never did motion capture work, never put a suit on or did anything in any kind of video game stuff like. So to go back and see the movements and see everything we did and then playing it, you know, it was the best thing ever. You know, I felt like Mama, I made it when I did that video game.
And do you then like playing the character that you embodied and you go, oh wow, I'm more flexible than I thought. Has your character danced the Roomba because perhaps you don't know the Roomba in real life?
No, we really had to do the stuff that's in the game. That's us.
Yeah.
We really had to do the running and fighting and jumping and pumping and dropping phones and even going uh-oh, you know, so.
Actual life stuff happening.
I've played the game probably, I think the count was 9 for me because with my live stream, I did a 10th anniversary live stream of the game on YouTube and everything, and I think that was the nice time. Because it's like Sola said, you want to see all the different endings and everything. Like when I first played it, I chose A.
Is there a happy ending, Ned?
I killed him. there was for you yesterday from what I heard. You know, I chose A the first time, killed Trevor, and then I chose C, and then I chose B, and then, you know, from then on you just kind of play it. But yeah, it's really cool to see all the different things, because if you make a different choice in a certain scene or a certain mission, you see a whole entirely different cutscene or different stuff coming out of it. So I did that because I wanted to see all the work. How many times did you play it, Steve?
Then there's me. No. I think it'd be interesting to try to play it, but I just can't see myself doing it. The only time I actually got to sort of play was they made a virtual reality for me to try. It was at some con somewhere in Salt Lake City, I think. And so they wanted me, you know, the VR. And I had the headset and I stood there. And so I put it on and I was like, what do I do? And they're like, you don't know what to do in the game? I was like, no. They're like, well, you can do anything, like punch someone. You can throw, and I was like, I don't want to punch someone. And they're like, well, steal a car. And I was like, I don't want to take a car. And they're like, well, you could shoot someone. I was like, I don't want to shoot someone. So I basically spent about 30 minutes just kind of doing my Frankenstein VRing, and not even that, maybe 15 minutes. And I was like, I just don't understand this. And I put the head, but then I was nauseous for 2 hours after playing the VR. I felt like I could.
God, you're such a wuss.
So it seems like it would be interesting, and the only other time I tried to play a video game was when we first started filming, and they took me into the back room, and so they had Red Dead Redemption, which seemed really cool. Like that seemed like something I could enjoy, a Western. So we sat there with the player, and they're like, okay, just push, and I was like, I think I was trying to get on a horse, and I just kept walking into the horse like once, and then I had to try to walk around it, and then twice, and then 3 times, and I just said, let me just go act. I just prefer to act.
I'll get on a real horse at some time.
You're a quitter.
Did you ever ride a real horse?
I have, I've done.
Was it easier than trying to ride the horse?
You got on the real
Yes.
horse.
Yes.
Yes, not even being a good rider of horses, I felt more comfortable trying to get on a horse than playing the game. But I just don't have the mindset.
An equestrian.
The only games I like are fucking mind games.
Mind games? You're like, yeah, he does that. The mind games. What, you mean like Sudoku?
No. Like just playing the mind.
Hey, never mind Steven, man.
Alright, who else got a question?
Many people
You
have
get your
questions.
real answer.
Everyone's coming with questions now.
Oh, now it comes. Oops, sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
It's nice to see you there. It gives me nostalgia. I have a question for Sean. A few years ago, we made a video with Phil Johnson, who plays Lama, where we recreated the iconic scene where Lama roasted Franklin. And what do you feel about the art? What was the memories about this video?
Oh, that was like a viral moment. We knew it would go viral. We just had to do it. You know what I'm saying? And we just made it. It went viral. It was a big scene in the video game. He made that up just on the rip about a yee ass haircut. It wasn't in the script or anything. He just made it up. And that's why you see me go, what? You know, because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. So, what is wrong with it?
you're like, anytime you were slick,
It's like, wait a minute, was that the line?
But it was a good viral moment because they made everybody start attacking Franklin. Because it was with Franklin, with Kermit the Frog, with Winnie the Pooh, with Darth Vader, with everybody. So it turned into a good viral moment.
Hi, so my question is for Steven. Because the Trevor character is so unhinged, how did you find it to get in the head of Trevor? Did you like it? Did you find it challenging? Did you just have fun? How was it?
I mean, he's a fun character, right? He's like the impulsive, do whatever, so that's kind of a fun thing to go through, and yeah, you just enjoy that. And it's the words, right? So that it was written well, the character was there, you just kind of had to bring him to life. So yeah, fun to be able to pretty much, the only time I couldn't do something, because we didn't really, there was no improv, there was a bit of improv, but it was mostly, you know, sticking to the script and you got your motion capture. The only thing they said they wouldn't allow me to do was when, I don't know when it was, I think it was a pilot, that I punch out an airplane pilot. And I'd asked the actor, because I like to respect everyone, I said I want to try some, because we also have motion capture, helmet and camera, so you can't mess around too much. But I did, I kill him, the pilot or something, I don't know, and I tried to skull fuck him. And they said, no. They drew the line at skull fucking. I mean, you know, like...
Who'd have thunk it?
I was like, how do they draw the line at that?
Jeez, I don't know. That's terrible, especially after what you did to Mr. Raspberry Jam.
Well, that's, I think, what led me to the idea of the skull fuck, is that with the Mr. Raspberry Jam, I thought that it made sense for that character. Sorry for all the kids.
Next.
So I have a question for
Just
Nat
ask
Luke.
Mom and Dad about that one.
So I have a question for Nat Luke. In GTA, you have an iconic line with Michael that you say, "You forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them." Can you just say it right now with your own voice?
That was my voice.
No, I mean like right now.
I thought you did it perfect right there. Oh, look at him, he's recording. I see what you got. I see you working. I see you working, you millennial nerd. All right, yeah, you forget 1,000 things every day, pal. How about you make sure this is one of them? I hated that line. I hated the hell out of that line, but I did it. There you go.
Oh, finally. It's out.
Yeah, my question is for Steven. Do you enjoy the first moments when you switch character to Trevor? When you are through the dude of the bridge, when you are naked in a dumpster, in your underwear, puking somewhere, waking up in an alley somewhere, completely drunk. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it's funny.
You should try it.
I think we shot those on, there was like one day, I remember I think in particular where we just had to do a bunch of kind of getting up and look, you know, pretend you're hungover, or even a little more drunk. And then there was one day where we just had to do a bunch of those, I think.
Yeah, I think
Does that sound right?
I think we each had a day where we did them, yeah.
So it's very fitting for, again, sort of the character, right? Very colorful.
Right here at the back.
If they make like a GTA 5 real life movie, would you play in it?
Yeah, would you go for a real life actor?
Yeah, I mean, we're actors. That's what we want to do, is act. You know, so if they wanted to cast us in it, hell yeah, in a heartbeat.
So we need to send postcards to the studios.
Who else would play Trevor besides this guy? Nobody. There's nobody who could play Trevor besides him. So if they did a movie, yeah, you'd have to.
We need you.
They won't, though.
They won't. Trust me. Yeah, there, at the other end. You know, super sporty time. I go round.
You get a little workout there, Haas.
I wasn't counting on this. Like jump and turn, and there we go.
Hi. I wanted to ask you if you want, if you have some new character in mind that you want to play in coming games, or you would love to play that one character.
Any character that you would like to play in the future, perhaps in a game.
I want to play Franklin in GTA 6. How about that?
Wouldn't that be nice?
How did Franklin get into GTA 6? Well, there were a lot of postcards from Belgium, so we thought, the hell with it. The hell with it.
Send those postcards in.
Not email. Postcards are really threatening, so that's what works.
What character do you want to play?
Yeah.
Like a character in a video game?
Or in a movie, or in video with the captain, a
No, in a video game. Keep it video game.
A video game, a tree, I don't know. Would you like to play a tree?
Donkey Kong?
Yeah, exactly.
Did they make that into a movie?
Not yet.
They seem to have fucking made everything else. You'd think they would make Donkey Kong some stupid ass movie.
But and as
I mean, again, you know,
as Donkey Kong himself, or as the jumping as Mario.
Oh, is it?
It's Mario, I think, who jumps over
Donkey
the
Kong
barrels.
is Mario.
No, Donkey Kong is throwing the barrels.
Yeah.
And you have Mario trying to jump up.
See,
you don't way back on that one. You don't way back on that one.
Donkey Kong and barrels.
Sounded groovy.
But again, it's the same thing though. It's like before, you know, video game, movie, whatever. You know, you're actors. You want to work. I mean, that's what you want to do. So you know, they present stuff to you that you might be right for. You audition for it. You get it. Get a boner the size of Las Vegas that you got a gig. So it's like, yeah, let's go.
It's like food.
Yeah.
What, they didn't give you any cars? Like, you were so great in GTA 5, here's a car for each of you and some extra, I don't know, gifts. Did you get any gifts? None of it? Was it all just in the game? The cars weren't real?
No, the cars, we're sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, wow.
Right now, we're sitting in the car. They put a steering wheel right here, and we're sitting in the car. This is literally what we had, except there were no backs on the chairs.
Not even.
No, because they had to be able to grab your balls with the cameras.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, the cameras, you know, attached to the balls, and that's how they track your movement. So you just had a steering wheel, and then they would take that animation and dump it into the car.
Yeah. And when you
that's the cars they gave us.
That's the ones. It's all in our minds. It's on the gaming consoles.
An Apple box.
Was there no question yet? Compared, when you're all three, you're actors,
right?
As clearly to everybody. When you do a video game, do you get more preparation time or less preparation time, or is that something?
No.
Or do we all, as an audience, just imagine that you get like a month ahead?
Yeah, no, we got the scripts. We literally got whatever we were working on, maybe a day or two ahead of time, and sometimes day up. I mean, there was the Dr. Freelander psychology stuff. They handed me 17 pages at lunch and said, we're shooting this after lunch.
Wow.
So, you know, it just sometimes that happens. You know, like I think Freelander had a scheduling conflict or something, so they had to do it that day, and it wasn't originally planned. You know, but we got like stuff like what, like a couple days ahead, maybe the weekend, and we were shooting on Monday.
I remember when we first got it, I had sort of imagined that there might be monitors that we could just read from.
Yeah, no, there's not
because
that.
I thought, they wouldn't, see our eyes, and I know they were animating us, like capturing the motion capture, but I just assumed we might just be kind of reading off the page. I had no idea going in.
And not at all. They wanted you to.
Well, when we went in,
Yeah,
we didn't
just
even know
like
we didn't even know we were doing motion capture. They never told us that we were doing motion capture. And we showed up on set, and they gave us these suits to put on, and it's like, wait, what do you want? What are we surfing? What is this bullshit?
Wow.
You know? And they're like, oh no, you got to put that on. They're going to slap a bunch of balls on you, and then you're going to go in and it was crazy, man. Helmet with a camera here and a light here, you know, and it's like. It's weird, man. We never.
You're looking at Ned
None of us had
the
ever
same
done
way
that.
I look at Ned when he speaks.
Yeah.
But
Childlike, glazed over look, kind of fearful of it, kind of wondering what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike this one.
well, and you didn't know it was going to be motion capture. So talking about mind games, you get there and say, well, put the suit on. Yeah, but I'm here to put the suit on.
Yeah, it was real hard putting the suit on, being a fat ass that I was shooting the game.
It's stretchy.
Yeah,
fabric.
no, it's tight.
Ah.
And you got a bunch of wires and it's a lot of stuff. And it's hard for a person that don't know how to act real good. Your mind is glued to everything that's going on you. You know, the balls, the lights, the cameras, the wires, the fanny packs, all the equipment. So it's distracting to when they say and action, you trying to. Your mind is still stuck on all this shit you got on.
Yeah, because you were always worried about oh, am I going to step on the wire and pull the wires out? You know, and now it's
I was worried
shit
about
doesn't
having
work.
a fat ass stomach and a big ass.
Where did they go? You worked them away.
Yeah, a little bit. It's still here.
A little bit.
Was it for all of you? So for all of you, it was the first time in a motion capture suit, in this kind of activity.
Yeah, no, none of us had. So. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was but it was interesting. Actually, I loved it because, you know, you had to use so much imagination because you didn't have sets. You know, the sets were pipes and that railing back there might be a room right there.
You're in a room.
And yeah, he's in the room, and because you got to be able to see through everything. The camera's got to be able to get through to get, you know, to capture the reflectors, you know, and just everything was made up. And they had a big screen. They would put okay, here's where you are. This is what it's going to be. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, now get that off of there and let's go.
It's an experience, man, that I think all of us will take with us for
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we would never forget. You know, working for Rockstar was just something totally. It was almost like a culture shock to me because I never thought that. You know, when I took the job and went into the studio, I'm thinking that I'm gonna be sitting inside of the studio reading a paper with a mic.
Yeah.
So this experience, I'll never forget it, and I'm very appreciative of it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But if they would say, we're start mocapping again tomorrow, is that somebody says, no, I'd rather not do the mocap?
Yeah, sign me up, man.
Sign me
up.
up.
Yeah,
Sign me up. I'm ready.
You know, and if you're an actor, I would recommend that to any actor to be able to do that stuff because it really fires your imagination. You know, you have to be, you know, have your imagination intact and you know, be there in the moment and stuff.
It's probably the closest to theater as far as technique, like film, television. They're just different techniques. And in the volume where you were doing the motion capture, obviously you don't have, like in Los Santos, right, it's 120 degrees, 130 degrees. If you're shooting that in a film and you're out in the desert in a location, you feel the heat. It just helps with the character. Or you're wearing, like in Trevor, dirty underwear, if you're all messed up. That just helps, and it helps inform your performance and your character. Motion capture, no. You gotta walk like it's 130 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 40 Fahrenheit.
That's like when we did the Paleto score. Remember we did the Paleto score, and we come out of the bank with those big armored suits on and stuff. They actually put sandbags on our ankles so that we would get that walk, you know, like this kind of thing. And you're running with these 12, 15-pound sandbags on your legs, man, and your quads and hammies are just like,
But it makes you really commit to the choice.
Yeah.
So that's my point, is you have to make a very strong choice and stick with it because you don't have help from the sets.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the
From stuff, wardrobe, any of that.
No, it's very physical acting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it really puts you in your body then too.
Yeah.
But it's also mental because you don't have any of that. You don't have the visceral, thing, where I see this, there's that tree I'm supposed to run into with the car, or whatever. You don't have any of that. It's
just on your chair with
it's
no
like
back.
it's like a guerrilla acting class where you have no sets, you have nothing, and you just go and go.
You said not gorilla, guerrilla.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that would be good
For you guys, it'd be
for
guerrilla.
Donkey
For
Kong.
Conky Kong, it would be
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Seriously, gorilla training.
Is that what it's
Gorilla
called? Conky Kong? I don't know.
Donkey Kong. That's another movie.
Yeah, that's different. That's
Here we go.
If there's one scene you can do right now, which one would it be?
Not that you're gonna have to do it.
Of course. Which scene would you think if you could do it right now? Right now, but not right
You mean
now.
like basically favorite cutscene?
Yeah.
I would do the one that got cut from the game. Love doing that.
Sharmuda. Where we were the clowns, or we were the gay couple?
We were the couple.
Yeah, you would choose that one.
That was fun. It was just so different. It was a fun, we had a fun day doing that because that laugh I was doing I based it on someone.
Yeah.
So it was a whole cut scene of us as a couple trying to.
We're staking out the house and we're acting like we're buying a house. Yeah.
And it was just a fun day.
And Trevor's character goes gay extremely, and Michael is like caught off guard because he's not ready for that, and he would do this laugh.
He's not really aware of it, so it was just a real, it was a fun
Yeah, that was
day
a,
or
that
two
was
or
a
whatever
fun
we
one.
shot.
That
it.
was a fun one.
Here, question.
Hi. So how long did it take to make the game from day one to the last scene that was
15 years. No, 3 years. Three and a half years.
From the first audition to the rap, it was probably about 3.5.
About 3.5. Yeah.
That's a long. It's almost like you're doing a 3-season television series.
Yeah, well, it wasn't
But it was
straight
also-
through.
yeah, it was seasonal.
Okay.
But
so
yeah.
we would just do it 3 or 4 times a year. for a
Yeah,
couple
well, no,
of
we would
weeks.
do like 4 weeks, and then we'd be off like 3 or 4 weeks, then we'd do 3, because they had to build the game around what they shot. And then we didn't work much in the summer at all, because I remember I was able to go to all Bubba's games and stuff. So yeah, it was good. It was great.
Right here.
I'm ready for another 7 years.
Hi, thank you for coming to Belgium.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
I tell you what, right now, before you ask this question, which is going to be so good, I already feel it in my bones. But we're only here because of all of you. So it's very kind when people thank us, but it's really without you guys and the conventions, we wouldn't be here if there was no sort of demand or want for it. So it's always I like to make sure everyone knows. Very grateful.
Always
Thank all
about
of
the
you.
fans. The fans are it.
Let's hear this question.
I have a question for Franklin. Where did the idea from the haircut came from? Was it out of script, or did someone have the idea already before doing it?
To be honest, I think Rockstar wrote it that way, but I think Slink just took it, who played Lamar, he took it and twisted it with the yee ass haircut, nigga, all of that. He did that on his own. So the idea really came 50-50 Rockstar and Lamar. It's the guy Slink Johnson that plays Lamar.
And did you ever fix your hair?
Nah, it's bald.
You both are just wearing caps out of solidarity then.
Yeah.
Great. Makes you a
We
team.
were in caps because we didn't want to take a shower this morning.
Showers. I guess final question.
Trying to fit in.
So, I have one question for Steven. You played in the series Better Call Saul, which is a very good show. And that was that scene with Mike, played by Jonathan Banks, when you try to rob him in the parking, and that doesn't end well for you. What is the memories about this scene? What do you think about that?
Well, there was supposed to be a 3-arc thing for Sobchak, but I couldn't finish it. So I did that first scene, and then I did the one with the beard, and then I was coming back bald, but unfortunately I was, with COVID, couldn't get there. But the first day, I mean, Jonathan is, you know, a legend of an actor. So it's always the nerves of, you know, everyone's so wonderful there, like so welcoming, such a great group of people. But that first day going to the trailer, you don't know what to expect from another actor, you know, hair and makeup at 6 a.m. And you're sort of like, hi, Mr. Banks, how are nice and just, and he just sat on down. He says, do you want to run some lines? And it just, the best thing an actor can hear first thing in the morning for me is another actor saying, you want to run these lines? And I said, yes, please. So just absolutely took him from legendary to legendary. So that was the one wonderful memory I have of that, of what a wonderful human being Jonathan Banks was. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. One more, as long as you're here. Oh, and another, okay, we'll go on with a few minutes more.
Hi guys, it's an honor to meet you guys. I just want to ask, what is your favorite video game besides Rockstar games? Any other games?
Any other game?
Outside of Rockstar, yeah. Well, that's easy for me. Mine's SSX Tricky from back on the PS2. It's a snowboard game. It's awesome. We still play that. My son and I still play that game. Yeah, SSX Tricky.
I want to be a character in a skin in Call of Duty.
That's your favorite game outside of Rockstar?
Yeah, Call of Duty.
I guess my favorite novel in the past 2 years is Laurent Mauvanier's birthday game. Thank you.
Good job.
Hey, everybody here, man, if you ain't been to our table, come over here. Come get this memorable autograph or voice or
the big one.
Selfie.
It's chaos.
Somebody come check us out, man, before we leave this evening.
Here.
Hello everyone. I have two questions, one for Steven and one for Franklin. My first
I want to go.
My first one will be for Franklin. How's job?
Those dogs, if you ever want to have a good laugh, work with, I shouldn't say this, but animal trainers are the funniest. When that dog came on set, didn't they have 2 dogs? And one wouldn't do anything.
One got fired.
Yeah. One wouldn't do anything it was told and was like, are you an animal trainer? How do you bring a dog in that doesn't do what it's told? The fucking thing wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I worked with 3 dogs while we were working. 2 chops, and it was a Labrador Retriever that played the Lassie dog, you know. Oh, you say a man is stuck in a tree, you know. So it was 3 different dogs. But to answer your question, I guess Chop is good at home shitting somewhere, you know. Because you know Chop was always shitting.
and licking his balls.
And then I also have a question for Steven. Is it true that you don't want to be recognized as Trevor Phillips?
Oh boy, here we go again.
It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I mean, I think it's a cool character, so I don't, I mean, as the older I'm getting, the more I'm looking like him, the weathered sort of meth head. But, no, I think people pick up on things that I say or in jest or whatever, and then it's like, oh my god. And for a while everyone's like, oh, he hates GTA, he hates being called Trevor. I mean, I don't fucking care. It doesn't make sense to me, because I couldn't be an animated figure, but nor could I be any of the other characters I play. I don't understand that mindset of how you call someone a character's name. But other than that, it's a great character, great friends, great fucking video game, like,
I love being called Franklin. You can call me Franklin all the time, shit. I'm changing my name to fucking Franklin when I get back home.
Yeah, man, just call. That's all we care about. Just call.
Hello again, guys.
What's up?
Yeah, so my first question is what would you guys think about, like, if there was a DLC in GTA 6 where we could come back to Los Santos and see, like, what happened to all the protagonists of the game?
That would be great.
The what you called it, the final one?
Oh, the final, yeah, like the final score.
Final score, one last score.
Yeah, the final score. That would be cool.
So y'all campaign that.
Yeah.
One last score.
Send in your postcards for one last score.
The bigger one.
Bring us back for one last score.
Bigger one.
Yeah.
The bigger
The bigger one.
Okay, and one question for you, Ned. You always talk about how your famous line is like the one you hated, and that you wanted to like change it compared to what Rockstar like advised, told you to say. What would be your like favorite line to say in the game? If you say
My favorite line in the whole game?
Yeah.
Dude, that's hard because there's just so many great lines, and everything. But I do have a favorite rant in the game. My favorite Michael rant is when we're in the thing, right? And I go off on that sarcasm rant. Is that sarcasm? You're fucking ain't right, it's sarcasm. That one. I love that. That whole rant is just, to me, awesome. And I think is that where you say you get motherfuckers scared of shit out of that middle life?
Yeah. I think his favorite line is the son I've always wanted.
Yeah, that's a great line, man. Here's my best friend Trevor and Franklin, the son I always wanted.
You got this big black dude standing here like looking at this white man like,
yeah.
What are you talking
I also like the there's nothing like taking out hillbillies on a blood feud. That's what I live for. Like, there's so many great lines. There's so many.
It's endless great lines, man.
Yeah, you can't really pick a favorite. You just love them all. Except for you forget 1,000 things every day. I hate that line.
Where you going?
We're done, aren't we? No.
Sit the fuck down.
Well, okay. What do you got? You want to get an IPA? Are there any good IPAs here?
I do need to go to the bathroom.
IPAs, they're so fancy IPAs. It's like the new
Fancier the better.
Fancy Steven, that's what they
Hey, can I get a good
Mr.
order?
Fancy Pants.
The Fritz here, the fries here, somewhere outside or something?
There should be some good ones outside here. I don't regularly come in this part of
space here. We're saying we wish we were signing in here. Because look at this space.
Yeah.
Tables up here.
But you guys ought to all leave and go to our tables and we'll hook you up with stuff. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, Franklin, you recently have done a collaboration with Kai on his live stream. What are you guys like the most memorable collaboration with other people, or what are some collaborations you guys really want to have?
Kai was cool, man. Kai was different. You know what I'm saying? He seems wild, but he's a real cool little dude, man. I'm so proud of him and Speed and Aiden and what's that other dude, man? Beast. These guys, man, they just broke through something through the Matrix, man. They got out the Matrix, man. And
they saw a media and they ran and they grabbed hold of that thing, by the short hairs and started tugging like crazy, man. So it was like those guys, they're getting it done,
But a lot of it came from when we were all on COVID
lockdown, yeah.
Didn't none of us know to go and start trying to entertain people via live or YouTube or Twitch while we were home on COVID lockdown. Because we couldn't go nowhere, so all we could do was watch. And that's where it started from. So, man, kudos to them dudes, man. Kai's a real cool dude, though, man. Speed is, too. Speed a little crazy.
Speed's very crazy.
Crazy as fuck, man, but he's a cool dude,
He invaded my live stream when I was doing a reaction video to the first GTA 6 trailer, man. It was so funny, man. That kid is he's out of his freaking mind, man. Out of his mind.
Speed is awesome, that's true. Well, Steven has gone away. If they have any more questions, there's the tables with like your game.
Come to our tables, get autographs, get pictures, get the big one. We got big old posters, and get there.
Get there.
Pull that thing out, and there it is. That's the big one right there. Big one.
Well, thank you, Steven. Thank you, Ned. And thank you, Franklin, from now on.
He loves the fans.
GTA 5! You can leave the microphone.
Thank you guys very much.
But si vous avez encore des questions, if you want to ask any more questions, they're over there in the other hall. Just go over there. They're really kind most of the time. Ask them your questions.